Hi guys. Let me get my pillow. Hi guys, it's me, Susan. Welcome to Cruisin' with Susan and Jolie. Today is Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. I know I posted earlier in the week, but since this is the last day I'm going to get to wear this hat without looking, what would we call it? Behind the times? I don't know. It's funny how December 25th all the Christmas stuff is relevant, and then the next day it all starts looking out of date. But anyway, I went out today to a party and wore my hat, so I thought I'm going to come home and post, especially because I have some kind of fun news to report, and it's in the category of risk-taking. And since that is something that I've been talking about from time to time, I wanted to share my experience with you because it was really fun. And as a kind of setup for the experience, I want to describe something I've talked about before, which is the different parts of you. There's a part that watches and notices what you do, and then there's a part that does, whether it's feeling things or taking action or reacting to things. Okay, but there's the more you can develop the part that observes, I think it really can help you. It can help you manage in situations where your feelings are overwhelming, or could be. And there's nothing wrong with feelings, but I think when we feel overwhelmed, that's not an ideal state to make choices or decisions. It certainly does happen. But anyway, I have found it extremely interesting to watch myself as I go through situations where I have feelings and I'm struggling, but I'm also noticing. And that, I don't know, it gives me a little perspective or something. Anyway, here's what happened. I was at a party last night with Cameron's mom's family, who I've known these people for many years. They're all very, very loving and happy, friendly people. So it was a very supportive and fun environment. So anyway, after we all ate, it was announced that they were going to do karaoke. Okay, and as we're walking in, Cameron's mom says to me, "Let's do karaoke together." And I said immediately, instantly, "I'm not doing that." Okay, I'm not doing that. She said, "Okay." And I noticed as we went on, so there were maybe 30 people sitting around in the room, and then immediately she and another friend of hers went up and proceeded to sing. And it was lovely, but they weren't great singers, but they were having so much fun, and they laughed, and we all laughed and clapped, and it went on like that. With people, I noticed there were some people kind of like me. People would say, "Come on, you go," and it was like, nope, not doing that. I'm not doing that. And you can tell you don't want to make somebody do it. So anyway, and there were two really good singers there. I would say semi-professional. One I think has made a CD, and the other one currently sings with jazz bands. So it's like, woo, they were great, and it was wonderful listening to them, but it was also wonderful listening to the people who just got up there and just belted out songs and didn't seem to mind that they weren't the greatest singers in the world. So anyway, there was this one guy who's a pretty good singer who is kind of in my age category, grew up in the 60s, was going to do a Beatles song called If I Fell for You. And he was doing the harmony line. I think that was a John Lennon, Paul McCartney song, and he had another guy, young guy, helping him trying to do the melody. But you could tell the kid, he was probably mid-20s, maybe 30, didn't know the song, and it wasn't his fault, but he was stumbling around trying, and they were just about, I think, to just cancel the whole thing and go on to the next person. And I'm sitting in the back, singing along with the melody, the part that the kid couldn't do. I know all the words because that's my era, the Beatles. The 60s. And I'm watching myself. Should I or shouldn't I? I can do this. I could sing that. I am singing that. I know all the words. go up there. Yes, no, yes, no. And I just felt like you cannot let I mean, if there is going to be a more benign place to take a risk, I can't think of what it would be. So I stood up, and I, from the back, which is where I was sitting, walked to the front, walked up to the two of them, and you can see the young guy was like, "Thank you, I don't know what I'm doing here." And I walked up and I said, "I can do this." And it was like, woo, everybody cheered, and we proceeded to sing a song. I think it sounded pretty good. I was like really into it. And I knew sometimes it wasn't sounding that great, but I was doing the melody pretty well. We sounded pretty good together. In fact, today I met someone who was there and asked if they maybe had a video of it, and he said he did and will send it to me, and I'm going to put it up and show it to you. But anyway, the point to that whole story is, it's like back to my idea of there are dancers and there are watchers, but most of the watchers probably would like to be dancers, but they're scared. And to watch myself doing the yes, no thing and finally say, what on earth do I have to lose? What kind of risk is this really? I'm not jumping out of an airplane. I'm not, trying to tightrope walk across the Grand Canyon. I'm just getting up in front of some people that are having a wonderful time, who all love me and are great people, and proving that I, can't sing that well. So what the heck? And afterwards, some people actually came up to me and said, "Susan, you can sing." And I'm like, no. But it was wonderful, and I wanted to share that with you because, I mean, there are probably little risks like that come up in your life often, and the more you can notice the yes/no part instead of just sticking with the no. Saying no is a real safe place. Remember, like, to stay back in this little scrunched up little place. But what have you got to lose? You really don't have that much to lose in most situations. The risk is not great at all. It's risk of vulnerability, exposure as a human being. What the heck? They knew you were a human being to begin with. It's just you that thought maybe you were supposed to be superhuman or perfect or something like that. So anyway, I wanted to share that. It was real exciting. I feel real happy. I have, today's Thursday, Christmas Day. I took tomorrow off, so I've got the next 3 days to just do whatever I want. I just feel as happy as I can possibly be, and very happy to say Merry Christmas to you all, and love having people to share this with. And thanks for the hugs that a lot of you sent me after my last post. I really appreciate it. I knew I could count on you guys. So, Merry Christmas, have fun today and over the weekend, and I will see you soon on Cruising with Susan. Bye.